Hi, I'm Vic Tesolin, and today we're going to be talking about Veritas' new tool, the dual marking gauge. Using marking gauges in your woodworking is a great idea because it allows you to incise a knife line onto your woodworking to allow you to register chisels and other woodworking tools. Having a marking gauge that has two rods and two knives is even a bigger advantage because it allows you to put multiple settings onto one tool. Let's take a closer look at the marking gauge. The dual marking gauge has two rod-locking thumb screws, an inward beveled blade, and an outward beveled blade to ensure that the beveled portion of the cutter is always in the waste. You can use a ruler to set the spacing between the two cutters. In the case of mortises, you can use the actual mortising chisel as a reference to set the two blades. And of course, you can use an existing component that you're working on to set the gauge referentially. When marking a joint like a mortise, you want to strike one line at a time to get the best results. Having two settings on the gauge is great for making half-blind dovetails because you can have the tail length and the socket depth set on the same gauge. One of the coolest features of the dual marking gauge is that it won't easily roll off your bench. As you can see, the Veritas dual marking gauge is extremely handy when laying out joinery or any other time when you need multiple settings on your marking gauge. It's going to help reduce confusion and reduce the clutter on your bench.